I have another double random matchup for you guys. I'm using my Sableye, Salamence, Thundurus, and Chansey. Here we go. So, I lead with my Sableye and Salamence, and he leads with his Cresselia and his Salamence. I know my Salamence is Choice Scarf, so it's going to be faster than his. I get hit by Intimidate. His Salamence protects. Fortunately, I do go for the Fake Out on his Cresselia and not his Salamence. So I Fake Out his Cresselia. My Salamence uses Outrage, and I do hit his Cresselia and not his Salamence. Turn 2, I use Sucker Punch to hit his Cresselia, try and do as much damage as I can. I use Outrage again. Unfortunately, I hit his Cresselia, and I don't quite knock it out. And he uses Draco Meteor and takes out my Salamence. I would have knocked out his Cresselia if I hadn't been hit by Intimidate, definitely. So Cresselia uses Icy Wind, slows Sableye down, but doesn't really matter because he has all first priority moves. And finally, Leftovers kicks in. I get a little bit of HP back. Send out my Thundurus. And I go for... Cresselia's Helping Hand. I use Sucker Punch, but it does miss because they did not use an attack. And I use Thunder with a Thunder Gem to knock out his Salamence. The Salamence goes down, I get some HP back. Back up to full. And he sends out his Alakazam. I go for the Sucker Punch, and I miss, because his Alakazam uses Substitute. I use Volt Switch, hit his Cresselia, knock it out, and I switch to my Chansey. He sends out his Volcarona. Sableye uses Confuse Ray and confuses his Volcarona, but he has a Lumberry. And it cures it of its confusion. Alakazam uses Psyshock, does a pretty considerable amount of damage to Chansey. Volcarona uses Quiver Dance. Gets the buffs from Quiver Dance. Chansey uses Minimize. So then Sableye uses Confuse Ray again to confuse his Volcarona. And his Volcarona does, I believe, uses a Heat Wave. No, it hits himself. Alakazam uses Psyshock. It does miss Chansey. And Chansey uses Minimize again. I gotta get my 3 Minimizes in to get +6 evasion to have the best possible chance of living. Sableye uses Sucker Punch, knocks out Alakazam's substitute. And then Volcarona's confused and does hit himself again. Alakazam uses Psyshock and misses the second time. And I get my third Minimize in. Sableye uses Confuse Ray to confuse Alakazam. Because I knew he was going to try and use Substitute again. So I use Sucker Punch. Volcarona hits himself. The Alakazam hits itself in confusion. And Chansey uses Soft Boiled. So I get my health back up to full. Sableye uses Will-O-Wisp on his Alakazam. Now, his Alakazam has Magic Guard, and I don't realize it has Magic Guard until near the very end of the battle because his Alakazam wasn't dead yet. Uses Heat Wave, hits my Sableye. Almost knocks it out, and Alakazam then uses Substitute. Take more of his HP away. And Chansey uses Toxic, but Volcarona avoids it. Now, Sableye uses Sucker Punch to knock out Alakazam Substitute again. Alakazam Substitute fades. Volcarona snaps out of confusion, uses Heat Wave, and hits Sableye and knocks it out. So Sableye goes down, and my Thundurus comes out again. I use Toxic to poison his Volcarona. Takes poison damage. And Thundurus comes out. However, everything is faster than him on the field. Volcarona uses Heat Wave. Misses Chansey and hits Thundurus. Alakazam is confused. It does hit itself again. And Thundurus uses Thunder and hits his Volcarona. It doesn't quite knock it out, and I use Thunder to hit his Volcarona, get it almost knocked out, and then Poison takes it out. Alakazam snaps out of confusion and uses Hidden Power Ice and knocks out my Thundurus. Now, right here is about where I realize that Alakazam is not taking burn damage, it's not dead yet. I use Thunder. I don't knock it out. It uses Psyshock, it does hit me this time. Now here's where I'm getting worried because I have to keep my HP up, but he keeps on hitting me with that Psyshock. My Thunder misses. Hits me a Psyshock a second time through +6 evasion. Luckily I live, I get... Oh, I use Thunder, that's right. And then I'm concerned here and he misses and I get Soft Boiled off. Here's where I'm getting a little concerned because my Thunder has a chance to miss and he has a He's been hitting me quite often. His Psyshock misses again, and not taking any chances, I do another soft boiled. Get my HP back up to full. And then he tries to hit me with Psyshock again. I avoid. I use Thunder. It lands, and I do knock it out. So finally, after 18 rounds, I win the battle, and his Alakazam goes down. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. More to come.